This is what my face looks like after I tried to refactor my code. Hey guys, Adam here from Pixel Mystique. So to recap, in the previous devlog, I got stuck after trying to implement a new enemy character, which is this teapot right here. There's a link at the top of the screen and in the description below in case you want to have a look. Basically, I rushed to build the feature so that I can test some of my game design rules and gameplay loops. I also wanted to test the level design and the overall look of the game so far, and it's based on this low poly art style that I've developed. As a result, the code is not structured that well and it's messy in a bunch of places. It's making it very difficult for me to add new features and even bug fixes. Oh, by the way, disclaimer, I'm not a trained programmer, so apart from a few basic programming courses back in uni, I've learned everything on my own up to this point, and that's through tutorials and watching some YouTube videos, even buying courses, and of course from my professional experience working with others in the previous studios. So in order to move forward, I've decided to refactor my code. Yep. In other words, I have to restructure the existing code. And this is how it feels like.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
Yep. Fun times. And to start, I decided to check out the Swords and Shovels course that Unity was promoting. I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can check it out. Anyway, I realized that I had free access to it when I was purchasing 1 year of Unity Plus subscription. So if you just purchase the monthly subscription, you're not gonna get that free offer for Swords and Shovels course. You can also subscribe to the course on its own as well, but I feel that you'll get way more value when you get Unity Plus, and it comes with a bunch of discounts on some of the asset store items as well, and other support items that you might need along the way. So I'll also leave a link to Unity Plus subscription in the description below. Oh, just to be clear, you'll see a mention about something called Pluralsight. Basically, Pluralsight is the online learning platform that is partnering with Unity to provide this Swords and Shovels course. And it's actually a series of courses, not just one. They have an extensive library of other like programming and software development and IT related courses as well. But the price promoted by Unity on their website will only give you access to the game dev courses, so be careful with that. And just for the sake of comparison, other online learning platforms like Udemy, they use a different model where you have to pay for each and every course. Oh, speaking of Udemy, if you're looking to buy some courses, I made a video recommending some of the best courses you can learn Unity game development for beginners. There'll be a link here and in the description below. So in this devlog, I want to share with you guys my experience with Pluralsight and the Swords and Shovels course as I go on this journey of refactoring my code in What the Hex. So the first thing that will happen once you set up your Pluralsight account is that when you land on the main page, they're going to ask you what are your goals, basically what you want to achieve in Unity and game development in general. And then from there, they'll start testing you and they'll give you something called a skill IQ. So the skill IQ is basically a quiz with a series of questions that you have to answer, and there's a timer right next to the question, which is very stressful for me, but basically once you get an answer right, there'll be a disclaimer down there and say something like, oh, the next question is gonna be harder because you answer it correctly. Gee, thanks, I guess. So after a series of questions, they'll give you the results, which looks something like this. So this is my results from my game design skill IQ. And according to Pluralsight's skill IQ, I am an expert in game design. Whew, that's a close one, because professionally, I used to be a game designer, and that will be kind of scary if I am not an expert, right? But then again, the results are not perfect because it's done by an algorithm of some sort, rather than being assessed by an actual professional, a human being. So it does give you a rough indication, which is still better than nothing. And what's more interesting, it does break down into a few subcomponents, like what is your strength, what's your gaps, and based on those kind of criterias, they will then start to list down your skill gaps and recommend some of the videos and courses that you should check out to improve yourself further and improve your score. You can always retry the skill IQ test if you're not happy with the results. Maybe you can do it a few times to kind of see the rough average of your score, and maybe that's more accurate. Then from there, you can go straight and click on Go to Path, and let's have a look at that. Basically, there are a series of courses which is grouped in various skill level. So they are basically beginners, intermediate, and advanced types of courses, based on what you answered before and what kind of goals you want to achieve using Unity and within game development. And it's also combined with the results from your skill IQ. Based on those factors, they will then recommend where you should start, basically whether you should start in the beginner courses or you can jump straight to intermediate or advanced. Okay, now let's look at some of the things I did not like about my entire experience with Pluralsight so far. Okay, so one of the reasons why I decided to study swords and shovels is because the game project example used in this series is an action RPG, which is similar features like Diablo and, well, my own game as well that I'm working on, which is What the Hex. But because they have been adding courses and videos additively over the past few years, I had some trouble skipping the basic courses to jump straight to the RPG features. And actually finding which ones are under swords and shovels is another thing. And even once I do find the group of courses that I wanted, I still don't know the actual sequence or the actual order of which courses I should watch first. And this is despite the instructors saying that they've designed the course to be modular and that you can do it in any order. Well, I still want to do this in the right order. It's just how I work. It's just how I learn things. Well, in one of the videos, the instructors did verbally mention the order of the courses. So I have it right here on the screen just in case you guys are curious. And well, if you do purchase a course and go through the same trouble, at least this will help you. Okay, with that out of the way, when I finally get to start the actual learning, I started with the character stats course. And in this course, the instructor was giving an overview of all the various systems that will be featured in the game and in the bunch of other courses that they have, and how these various systems will then connect to each other. There's even a diagram that he shared, which is pretty helpful, although it can be quite intimidating and confusing. What I do like is that the instructor is exploring how we can use various data models like the character stats and see how it can become modular enough so that other characters in the game can reuse some of this character data structure. And there's also the introduction and exploration of scriptable objects in Unity. This is the kind of intermediate to advanced programming concepts and techniques that I have been looking forward to, and I really think it's going to help me refactor my code. So by doing this, I'm hoping that I have more control of my code, everything becomes more organized, and it will really speed up the process of me adding and experimenting with more features and more characters in my game in the future. So that's it for this devlog. Sorry if there's not much visual kind of updates of what the hex. Honestly, it's because I've been really spending time learning new things, especially the more intermediate kind of programming concepts, and just, well, do a lot of coding. Hopefully in the next devlog there'll be more visual kind of updates that you guys can check out, because I'll be working on game manager and menus. If you enjoyed this devlog, do hit that like button and also hit subscribe so that you can get updates whenever I do new devlogs. I upload devlogs every 2 weeks now. You can also check out some of the other tutorials and tips that I have done. They're all right here. Special thanks to my Patreon supporters. It is due to their generosity that I'm able to continue to develop this game and make more videos for this channel.